So my involvement with Catalyst Missions started during a time a little over 4 years ago when my wife and I both were praying together about being more involved in missions. We felt a desire to support missions more, but we wanted to go beyond just generally supporting world missions and being specifically involved in something that we could know what was going on with it and how money was being used. When I first met with the director of Catalyst Missions to share my heart to go and train if there was possibilities, at that time Catalyst was launching new ministries in Africa and Indonesia, and they were offering the opportunity to train in those locations. And my heart for Indonesia came about because at one time my local church had a mission home, and that home hosted an Indonesian missionary who was stateside. And so we heard him share about his ministry in Indonesia and the needs there, and that missionary put Indonesia on my heart. So my first trip to Indonesia with Catalyst Missions was my first international mission trip of my life. So kind of the first time went a long way. It was a vision trip. It was along with the Director of International Ministries for Catalyst Missions, Andy Hines, and we were going together to scout out a new location for potential Catalyst Missions training. We went to visit with 2 different groups of pastors and share with them our vision for training and to hear of their need. So the primary purpose was to find if there was a connection between what Catalyst felt led to do worldwide in pastor training and the need that these brothers had in Indonesia to be strengthened. One of the primary things that we were looking for then, that we look for even now, is a group of men who will commit to going through training over a long period, 3 to 4 years. We desire to do eight modules of training, usually 2 to 3 a year. This takes 3 or 4 years, and we're looking for that kind of a commitment.
Quickly you see the same sin patterns in this.
So we just finished last September and graduated the group of pastors that we first met, and I first met in January of 2015. So this has been a 4-year process, and it was very exciting to meet these gentlemen and just talk about the possibility of doing training, and then to see them go through the training with us and see how they grew, to see how they applied the training to do disciple making. And we had just one gentleman through that training that started 6 new discipleship groups as he began to meet with us. And then his church grew substantially, and he has seen many disciples grow out of that. And that's just one of the persons that went through the training with us. This September, we graduated the first group, 26 graduates from our training, and then in this coming fall we will go back and do a strengthening trip, meet with these gentlemen again. So for me personally, the last 4 years has been an adventure, from having never been on a mission trip before in my life to having been 8 times over the last 4 years. It has been some of the most sweet weeks of my life, just those weeks that we have there training with those pastors. It has been amazing to see how these men and women that are so very different from myself in a lot of ways also have so much in common, and to see the bond that has developed between us. And most encouraging has been to see how eager they are to receive the training. And every time we come, how excited they would be to come back, to hear the training, and then to go forth and apply it.